All right, we're going to talk about the keys to long-term recovery. And the keys to long-term recovery is involvement. The more you have to do with it, the longer you're going to live, the more involved you are in this, the more you take this seriously, the more you watch the details, the better you're going to do. You're going to need to watch your blood pressure. I bought an Omron brand blood pressure cuff. Automatic takes your blood pressure. Keep track of your blood pressure. Blood pressure is very, very important. Get a good scale. Keep track of your weight. Watch your salt intake. Watch your food labels. We talked about food labels. Have regular blood tests to monitor your blood levels on things you need to watch. Your clotting rate, cholesterol, things like this, the things that they want to keep care of. You go get your blood tested regularly. Long-term effects from the physical effects from surgery, there is numbing, there's pain, there's sensitivity to points on you that you can press that are a lot more sore than they used to be. When you move, when you flex, when you exercise, when you lift, when you do things, you'll get shooting pains, you'll get other pains, you get pains that, you know, sometimes you're sitting there and they just, some sticking pain. You get pain on these things. There's a lot of pains that come with it. Your endurance is going to be diminished. You're not going to be able to run fast like you could and just do all the things that you could have done. One of the things that's very important in long-term recovery is exercise. You need to get out and do some exercise. If you can't afford to do anything, just walk. Just go walking, you know, walk your dogs, walk up and down the street, walk around the block. Walking is free, and it gives you a lot of really good exercise. It pumps from your legs and it pumps through your heart, and it really gets you going. Walking is great exercise. If you like bicycling, that's great. Get a stationary bike, one of those where you're sitting there and you're watching Oprah and you're you know, doing it. But don't just become complacent. Don't sit there and just pedal mindlessly. Stress, push yourself. You want to get the heart rate up, you want to get going. You don't want to just sit there and move the wheel. Very important, very, very, very important. Just inexpensive active living. Just be active. You want to go somewhere, walk, and instead of just strolling along, walk fast. You want to get your heart rate up. You want to get pumping. That's when the exercise happens, is when you're pumping. When you're just walking along and walking along and walking along, that doesn't do it. You want to pump. Cholesterol, watch your cholesterol levels, get your blood tested, watch your cholesterol levels in food, watch your food levels, get your blood test, take your medication. 75% of the cholesterol in your body is manufactured by your liver at night while you sleep. 25% comes from the food that you eat. So a lot of this is hereditary. Cholesterol doesn't come from the food that you eat. Otherwise, we'd be able to just eat the right foods and we wouldn't have a cholesterol problem. You can eat everything you're supposed to eat and still have high cholesterol levels. It's a genetic thing that comes from your liver. Your liver manufactures cholesterol. Read it anywhere. Follow the directions that your doctor gives you about cholesterol, and you're going to avoid atherosclerosis, which is the hardening of plaque and the narrowing of the arteries, and you're going to avoid strokes. Strokes, worse than death. You're a living vegetable. Avoid the closing of the arteries. That's atherosclerosis, and that comes with cholesterol. Diet is, there's so much free information, you can't fail at this. All you have to do is just go on the internet. You can get free information about diet, low fat, low cholesterol, low salt, low everything, and then if you read the labels, you go from there. Watch out for herbal supplements. That's a code name for snake oil. They deregulated it, and with herbal supplements, they don't have to prove anything that they claim. When you get somebody trying to sell you an herbal supplement, tell them no thank you. You take what your doctor tells you to take, and you don't take anything else, because some of this other stuff that people are trying to sell you that promise it'll make you better will possibly kill you. Your emotions, you need to control your emotions to discard them or learn how to cope. Emotions are a big part of life, and we can't avoid living without emotions. We get upset, things get us mad, things get us sad. I'm an emotional wreck myself. I cry at girl flicks. I get emotional when I see a crying kid. I'm an emotional person, but you have to learn how to deal with that, and then either pass it off or deal with it. Another thing that you're going to get from your coronary bypass surgery is PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a delayed stress reaction that comes from anybody that goes through a huge ordeal in their life, and this can come on you later on. This is something you need to talk to a therapist or a professional about, but realize that you may be suffering from PTSD. It could be a symptom of yours, it could be something that you're suffering from, and you could be having all kinds of problems and not have any clue where it's coming from. You just got run over by a bus, and let me tell you what, whether you think so or not, it affects you. So when you learn how to deal with this and learn how to identify where your emotions are coming from, when they hit you like a wave out of you're at the beach and wacko, some wave knocks you down, a wave in the surf, you might want to turn around and put PTSD on there. Let me check on that. Emotions are a choice. When you get an emotional setting, you can use refreshing settings, you can use change the mood, you can put on music and smells. Smells are a big trigger. Smells can bring back bad memories, they can bring back good memories. Music is the same way. When you hear a song, oh, I remember when I was a teenager, oh, we were driving down the road in a convertible and life was groovy. Man, it was so cool, you know, and it just, you're back at that moment in time. Sounds and smells are great emotional triggers. If you like outdoor activities, go fishing, go for a walk, you know, pursue a hobby, learn a hobby. If you've had something that you've been interested in like throwing pottery, I don't mean throwing it at the wall, but I mean, you know, putting it on a thing and doing the ghost thing with Demi Moore and all that, you know, and making pottery out of fresh clay. If you're interested in something, go for it, because let me tell you, you don't have a lot of time left. Follow your heart, follow your desires, and get to do something in your life that you've been wanting to do for a long time. And you get a lot of relaxation out of it, a lot of pleasure, a lot of release, and your emotions are going to do that. Just indulge yourself. Pay attention to food labels, pay attention to salt labels, and just give up some of the things in your life that are dangerous for you, and move on, and you know, fight one fire at a time. When something comes up, just deal with it. Long-term recovery, the less things that you have hassling you in your life, the longer you're going to live, and that's fact. And the more you put out these fires one by one by one by one, the longer you're going to live and the more peaceful you're going to be.